Hey, everybody, I want you to hear again. This powerful woman worked with the Ziglar Corporation. She'll tell you how long and so forth. But I heard a story about Zig Ziglar that I wanted her to verify, and she verified it. So I want to, so I think the story is Zig was trying to figure out, and it wasn't until later on that he found out that people, they were changed by hearing him, but they were changed even more by something else. And what was that, Lori?
It was the teaching materials themselves by listening to his recordings, because almost invariably people listened more than once, and reading the books. And again, if a book is that important to you and has that important a message, you're going to go back and either read the whole book again or at least look for certain passages. But yes, he did discover that hearing him one time could get someone's attention, but it wasn't life changing. And that was his heart. His heart was to change lives. And he discovered that by producing the tapes, the videos, the books. He had tools that people could use in order to get the message repeatedly.
Wow. So he, in essence, then he would speak with the intent then of getting them to get the materials.
Oh,
so
yes.
they could have more of a life transformational. Again, some people hear you and spark something, they make a decision or something, but to be able to hear it over and over again, that's when he found out it really transformed their lives. And he was all about transformation, obviously, like I am as well.
Yeah, he wanted to touch as many lives with hope as he could. And he even said, I think on the How to Stay Motivated series, that they had to listen 16 or 18 times in order to get the whole message. So he was insistent, and people, it was amazing to us, but we would hear from people and they'd say, well, I'm on my 15th time, or yes, I've heard him 16. And so people that really wanted their lives to be influenced would take those steps.
Wow. And you work with them for how long now?
Well, I was his secretary for 35 years. Wow. And I've been with Tom another 10, because it's been 10 years since Mr. Ziglar went home to be with the Lord. So I've been there 45 years.
Wow. So you've seen a lot of lives change and things happen. So thank you, Lori, for, again, I know Zig couldn't have done all of what he did without you, and Tom.
Thank you.
So we appreciate you.
And thank you.
Thank you, by the way, for inviting me, having me speak at the devotionals and so forth. And thank you for coming on video and verifying that, because I think sometimes if people hear speakers that they think, well, this guy's just going to try to sell me something. Well, yes and no. Yeah, I'm going to sell you something, but I'm selling you something with intent, because I know, you can't get it all just by hearing me once, but your life is totally transformed. Like I said, when you get the book, when you get the coaching package, when you get that that CD or that program that you can do over and over. I have programs I've listened to 100 times or more. I know myself, especially like Earl Nightingale and others, from way back in the day. And you mentioned those cassettes. I remember back in the cassette days, the VHS, the cassettes, the CDs, and now we're here in this new day. But thank you again for advocating that. And I think Les Brown and I were speaking, so when he said one time, information costs, he said, but it pays for itself 10 times over. So folks, if you're listening, listen, when you hear something, a good speaker or someone and it really impacts you, and they got a sincere heart, make sure you get some materials, my friend, not for their sake, but for your sake, because again, my friend, you want to hear it over and over and over again and let it get deep inside. And so
Mr. Ziglar never hesitated to say he sold hope. He didn't. He wasn't embarrassed about that one bit. He sold hope, and he was proud of it, and he knew that it changed lives, and so that's what happens.
Wow. Well, I want to give everybody my acronym for HOPE, since you keep bringing that up. One of them, at least. HOPE stands for Hold On, Pain Ends. And somebody watching this now, listen, just hold on, pain ends. And then also HOPE, have only positive expectations. Does that sound like Zig?
Exactly. He loved them. He loved them. Yes, absolutely.
So folks, that's what we want you to have. So God bless you. And remember, the great Zig Ziglar, he's the one that always said, help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. So as Dr. Breakthrough, I always say, I can't provide the breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. But when people follow my breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides it. And the breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. God bless you. Thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
All righty.